understand that. Like, they'll hear like, hear about you paving a way because, some people make comments when Io Sky said that to me and
they're called marks.
No, I know. But what they don't realize is paving the road isn't just about doing moves and what happened in the ring. It's also what happened outside of the ring and what it's done for women's wrestling as a whole. And I get for some of the young people or some of the ignorant men, let's just be honest. Mm-hmm. I don't even give a shit. They don't get it, right? Because they're just thinking moveset and they're thinking wins and championships. They don't think of the overall picture. And majority of the time it's because they're not a woman. They've never had a fight for what we've had to fight for. One, not only are they not a woman, they're not a WWE superstar.
Right.
So they don't understand it, right? But so a road paved is, women that did so much more than that because they were fighting to do more of that moveset, more of what happens in the ring. So there had to be a huge fight.
Like that, the Bellas are back. They are back. Well, Nikki Bella's back. You just saw the video that I played and I saw a few reports earlier. There's a few comments that she made. I actually watched the whole of this podcast because I watch girly things sometimes. But she was talking about that a lot of people are thinking that she's going to be back for a little bit. But she's like, you'll see me around for quite a bit of time. I'm not here to just be in and out. I will be around for a bit, which is great. We got Women's Evolution coming up. I thought she was great in the first Women's Evolution. I think she played a big part in what the women are right now. She was like the middle part because obviously she was one of the divas in the divas division. And obviously we had the legends from prior to that. You had Trish Stratus and Miss Jackie and Lita. And it's good to see that she's back. I feel like there's reports that Brie Bella is back in talks with WWE too. So I think we're going to see a reprise of the tag team that are the Bella Twins, which I think is great also because there's not many women tag teams. WWE keep getting rid of them. Them coming back is good for the division, and I think you can build a good case and a good fight for these lot to go against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. You can build a nice storyline. I feel like Liv, out of all of the women on the roster, is doing some of the best work she's been doing over the last 2 years. And I feel she can get the heat, number one, with the fans. She could say some things that could be offhanded, but obviously they'll agree to it. And she's a character right now. We saw what she did on Monday Night Raw. It's kind of disrespectful of Nikki Bella because she didn't name drop Liv, but she was talking about how great the women are doing and how happy she's for them, which is kind of crazy for the video that I just played. How they feel, but they're made to feel like this because of the people in the comment section and stuff like that, and people talking. And everyone has their opinion. There's nothing wrong with that. But I went to some of the comment sections after Nikki came back. There is a time and a place in it. Like there's comedy, and then there's people who's having this like terrible stance on things that women go through. There's some stuff that us men we just can't understand. It doesn't matter how logical from the outside you think you can understand it. We're not women, so I get Nikki's point where it's like you think because she said that they were one who tried to pave the way for the younger talent coming forward and the women, and everyone's like, oh my god, first thing they want to say is how good she's in the ring and that, and she's kind of saying like, listen, I did my thing in the ring as much as I could, but it's not about what's in the ring. Like, you didn't see the conversations behind the scenes. You didn't see us trying to get certain things, which I get what she's saying. For them to try and get certain matches, to get more TV time. In fact, the whole Women's Evolution, the main part of that at the time was the Bellas were in that tag team match. And I can't remember how long the match was, but it wasn't very long. It was proper short. And the hashtag started because of their match. That started because of these lot. And they were the prominent figures on the roster at the time, more than anybody. This was before there was a Charlotte, a Bayley, a Becky, like a Bianca, and like all of that. There was Nikki, and there's the Brie, there's Naomi. She's got a point to what she's saying. And I just think as men, seriously, like in the wrestling community anyway, it's a bit weird with the way men act in these comment sections. It's easy to tell someone to avoid it when I just turn off my comments, but you're tagging me and stuff. You get me? So leave that alone. But I think it's good that she's back. I'm looking forward to it. I've always been a fan of the Bellas. I think, you know what I mean, they're a good level in the ring. They're decent on the mic. They're very good at creating stories. And of course, their life experiences since is probably going to, make them a little bit better at certain things. They've done reality TV and podcasts and all this stuff. Now, I know there's a cloud hanging over Nikki's head, which I actually did. This is crazy. I actually didn't know this. So all that domestic violence stuff that happened at the beginning, I left it off my channel. I just remember at the time, dude got arrested. I came on. I didn't really want to talk about it because I didn't know what was going on. I just said, like, obviously, I hope that everyone's well. And everyone was sending out wishes to Nikki. Then I heard people talking the other day, said something about Nikki, so I was like, oh, let me just go and look into it. I know the geezer named Artem, little zesty youth from the Dance with the Stars and that. And then I saw his statement and that about his life's been ruined. and it didn't seem like it was cut and dry. Now, it's not my business, because it kind of seemed like people have been alluding to that she punched him up. So I'm going to leave that part. WWE can handle that. What I will say is, if it goes the other way and they do find out it was her, not the geezer, and she comes back, we're going to have more conversations, WWE, because you've let some people go of stuff that haven't even been proven. So bringing somebody back is kind of crazy, but we'll see. I've been your boy Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Run.